What's going on, y'all? It's Pet Aeronautics, man, coming again with another aeronautics video for you guys, man. Just wanted to spend a second, talking to you all for a second, man. Basically, what I wanted to share with you all was, a little video about gear and equipment. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the mistakes I made earlier in my career, was a producer, DJ, musician. And I won't call it a mistake. Actually, a better way to kind of address this situation is more so along the lines of just the natural progression of a producer, as a beat maker, as a musician. I think that, step number one is actually being inspired and motivated. You'll be inspired, you'll be motivated, and you'll be impressed. I think number two, in the second stage, you'll be pretty much, really infatuated with gear, with equipment, with with new technology, with software, with hardware. You'll form your opinion about what tools it is that you think that you have to have in order to create this sound that you have to create, because it's literally an obligation to your vision to be able to create this sound. And I think that while I actually began to tell this story from the perspective of the number one problem or the number one issue of a beat maker, producer, musician, DJ, I actually had to kind of go back on it. I don't really think that it's a problem, because I think through all the gear that I've acquired, I think that I've learned some very valuable precious lessons, through them. I found my sound through certain pieces of equipment in this journey, and I wanted to take a moment to share with you all the fact that I feel like, I feel like you actually experience this second stage, this second step, where you will inevitably become inspired, motivated, and very much so infatuated with particular kinds of gear and equipment, thinking that these types of things are gonna make you the artist that you are, when in actuality, it very might well do so, but it also I feel it's a stage. I feel it's much so a phase. I feel like it's a level. I feel like from my understanding that that it's something that, not just, anybody. I don't think it's limited to certain people not going through it. Of course you could potentially, not feed into that energy. You know what I mean? You could not feed into that energy at all, and you could definitely allow your limitations to be essentially a part of your creativity, which I know a lot of people that do that, I just want to share that phase with you guys and stuff like that, so that you all could understand and see that, Hold on one second, y'all. No. Probably the same day, but next week. Yeah, you doing all right? Perfect. So, y'all excuse me just talking to a few of my clients on my daytime contract work, which is, just another part of the phase, another part of the journey to, where it is you want to be in your career. I don't think jobs actually exist at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you just got these things that really harbor us to connect with other people, and I understand that we all want to connect with people in a certain potential type of way, because we've got these skills, we've got these talents, we got these things that we love to do, and we get such immense passion from doing them. So we want to do the thing that we love to do when we're relating with people. And we're not as thrilled at times when we're doing things that we're not so immensely passionate about in order to connect with people. But all the ways that we are able to connect with people are important, because they are what connect us with people. I mean, period. You know, I know it might sound quite redundant, but at the bare minimum and the bare basics, you know, the people are what's most important. But you know, I digress. But you know, my emotion, my attraction to this topic matter is just because I initially didn't want anybody watching this video or anybody that's motivated musically to get caught up in the phase where you're motivated by gear and inspired by software and hardware and equipment. But I think it's kind of inevitable that you'll experience those things. I think that you'll hear sounds coming from certain artists, and you'll be led to want to have the same thing because you love that style, and you'll pick up pieces from here and there and things that already are a part of your artillery, you know, your repertoire, and that connects and goes even more cohesive with building your own sound and becoming more unique. But I'm glad and more than overjoyed to be able to share this with you all. So y'all take care, man. Thanks for being here with me for this entire 6 minutes or so. Peace, blessings. Y'all like, share, subscribe.